Really, really good.
Yeah, cool.
Proud of you.
All right.
Cool. Really, really nice job.
You're not fully proud, kinda.
I'm
Kinda proud.
Look, for your flip side, it was a perfect no, but you made plays, you operated like. So it's just stacking.
I love when you tell the facts. Did you? No, but it's okay. It's okay.
Listen, you did a nice job.
Yeah, I think we'll let it play out as we get closer to the cut down. Those are all conversations that we are always having, but those are tough decisions. Like to keep everybody, but
I think 0% chance Dillon Gabriel is your franchise quarterback in 3 years. It's obviously not Snoop Huntley. It's obviously not Deshaun Watson.
Breaking news out of Cleveland. General Manager Andrew Berry is stepping up big for the Browns, taking action to make sure Shedeur Sanders succeeds in this system. With Kenny Pickett out of the picture, Shedeur Sanders is quickly emerging as the frontrunner to secure the QB2 spot ahead of Dillon Gabriel. What makes this even more exciting is that Berry has been a strong believer in Shedeur from the very beginning. Ever since his debut, despite the struggles and the criticism surrounding him, Berry never allowed the outside noise to change his perspective. Instead, he's been working behind the scenes to build a path for Shedeur's growth and long-term success. But what exactly did Andrew Berry do to support Shedeur Sanders and put him in position to shine?
Entire offensive line that Shedeur had last year that Shedeur just had in this game is gone. My bad for not showing y'all that. So that entire offensive line Shedeur had yesterday is no longer on the damn team.
Andrew Berry made a bold and shocking move. He wasn't willing to let things slide or allow excuses to pile up. Instead, Berry took decisive action, removing the entire offensive line that played alongside Shedeur in that game. That decision sent shockwaves through the organization because it showed just how serious the Browns front office is about protecting Shedeur and giving him a fair shot. But here's the thing, Berry didn't stop there. This wasn't just about replacing bodies on the line. It was about sending a message. He wanted accountability, he wanted change, and most importantly, he wanted to create the right environment where Shedeur could actually succeed instead of being set up to fail. This move is being seen as one of the most aggressive steps yet in reshaping the Browns' depth chart and putting trust in Shedeur Sanders' development. But here's the twist. Andrew Berry isn't just making these moves for Shedeur's sake alone. This decision ties directly into the bigger quarterback picture for the Browns. With Dillon Gabriel facing limitations due to his height, the front office knows they need a properly built, physically capable quarterback who can handle the demands of the NFL. And with Kenny Pickett's departure, the long-term outlook after Joe Flacco becomes even more important. That's where Shedeur Sanders comes in. His height, his frame, and his overall physical tools make him the more natural fit to step into that role. In today's NFL, size and physique matter, especially when it comes to vision over the line, durability, and taking hits from aggressive defenses. Kevin Stefanski's latest comments have completely changed the narrative. He's now openly stating that he's dedicated to helping Shedeur Sanders grow and improve, no matter how much outside criticism comes his way. That's a major shift, especially considering that not too long ago, Stefanski was one of the main voices downplaying Shedeur's potential and even pointing fingers at him unfairly. But with Kenny Pickett out of the picture, the tone has shifted dramatically. Suddenly, Shedeur is right back in the conversation, drawing more attention than ever. The timing of Stefanski's change of heart is no coincidence. It signals that Shedeur's physical build and natural presence on the field are giving him a real advantage in this battle with Dillon Gabriel. Where Gabriel faces questions about size, Shedeur stands out as the more complete option, and that could be the factor pushing him higher up the Browns' quarterback depth chart.
I don't concern myself with outside type of things, but I'm committed to his development, just like all of our rookies. So we'll continue to focus on getting our guys better, and that's what we'll stay committed to, and that's what's important to me.
Wright also spoke about Dillon Gabriel, admitting that the young quarterback has real ability and flashes of potential. But he pointed to one major drawback, Gabriel's size. In Wright's view, this is not something Gabriel can change, and it stands as a significant hurdle in his chances of becoming a dependable starter in the NFL. While the talent is there, the physical limitations could hold him back when it matters most. Stacked up against Shedeur Sanders, the difference becomes more obvious. Shedeur not only has the height and frame that fit the mold of a pro quarterback, but he also offers greater long-term upside. Wright made it clear that when you put both quarterbacks side by side, Shedeur's natural tools give him the stronger chance to secure a bigger role for the Browns moving forward.
Unless they think they can actually make the playoffs
and
with him,
so if you want to start Flacco at the very beginning of the year, so be it. Right.
Looking at the bigger picture, Wright made his position crystal clear. Shedeur Sanders is the quarterback who should be leading this team forward. In his eyes, Shedeur has shown enough to prove he's the best option, and even if his play wasn't hitting such a high level, his raw potential and presence would still make him the natural choice. Wright also highlighted the training camp numbers as evidence. While statistics don't always reveal everything, they can't simply be overlooked, and in almost every category, Shedeur has come out on top. From throwing accuracy and completion rate to poise under pressure and decision-making, Sanders consistently separated himself from the rest. What stood out to Wright the most was not just the flashes of talent, but the steadiness. This wasn't a case of one good day followed by a step back. Instead, Shedeur has delivered the same high-level performance over and over again, proving a consistency that none of the other quarterbacks have been able to replicate. And it's not just Nick Wright bringing this up. Mike Tannenbaum has echoed the same concerns. While he gave Dillon Gabriel credit for delivering a solid preseason performance and showing poise under pressure, Tannenbaum was quick to underline the issue that could hinder him in the long run: his height. In the NFL, physical stature is often a deciding factor for quarterbacks, and even though skill and composure are vital, lacking ideal size can create problems that talent alone can't fully solve. In Tannenbaum's view, this limitation may be the very thing that prevents Gabriel from reaching his ceiling, no matter how well he flashes in preseason games.
Screening, but as Hebo just reminded me, he's in 3rd percentile in height. It's really hard to have sustained success in the NFL. Drew Brees is the obvious outlier when you are so short. So to me, it's a big risk. You go from 4 quarterbacks, which we've talked about all summer long, to literally for a 40-year-old quarterback to be backed up by a very unproven, very short by NFL standards.
TJ Houshmandzadeh has also weighed in, making it clear that the spotlight is now firmly on Kevin Stefanski. He pointed out that the pressure around the Browns' quarterback situation is growing by the day, and Stefanski simply doesn't have the margin to get this one wrong. In fact, Houshmandzadeh warned that if Stefanski keeps limiting Shedeur Sanders or continues to downplay his role, it could end up costing him his job. With both the organization and the fans keeping a close eye on every decision, TJ believes any attempt to hold Shedeur back at this stage could push Stefanski straight onto the hot seat.
Kevin Stefanski feels like his job may be on the line.
Andrew Berry's stance on Shedeur Sanders is becoming clearer with every move he makes. He's fully invested in giving Shedeur the tools and support to succeed. From removing an ineffective offensive line to ensuring the quarterback competition is fair, Berry has shown that he values Shedeur's presence and potential far beyond just the preseason chatter. Unlike many who might have turned away after a rough outing, Berry has doubled down, demonstrating belief in Sanders' long-term upside. This is not just about one player. It's about building a quarterback room that gives the Browns stability and a future beyond Joe Flacco. Analysts have also echoed this direction. Nick Wright has been vocal in pointing out that Shedeur's consistency and numbers out of training camp set him apart from the competition, making him the natural fit to lead. Mike Tannenbaum, while recognizing Dillon Gabriel's strong preseason showing, reinforced that Gabriel's height could ultimately hold him back, giving Shedeur the advantage in the long run. And TJ Houshmandzadeh didn't hold back, stating that Kevin Stefanski's future may depend on how he handles Shedeur, warning that sidelining him any longer could put the coach directly on the hot seat. How do you weigh the opinions of analysts like Nick Wright, Mike Tannenbaum, and TJ Hushmanzadeh? Are they right in saying Shedeur has the edge? Or is Stefanski's cautious approach the wiser choice? Most importantly, can you see Shedeur stepping up as the Browns' quarterback of the future once Joe Flacco retires? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We want to know your take on this pivotal quarterback battle.